It's another very beautiful Saturday in the month of October, and I'm super excited because the year is gradually coming to a close. And welcome to the Weekend Entertainment. Yes, this is where we bring to you all the entertainment stories from the entertainment desk. Today I have a very beautiful guest with me, but before I will introduce her, let us move over to our news desk to bring you up to speed with all of the entertainment news.
Mr. Rizzi declares to run for a political post in his hometown come 2019. Mr. Rizzi declared his intention to run for a political party in his hometown, Yewa, Ogun State. He made the disclosure in his Independence Day message. He wrote, "Happy Independence Day to my great country. She makes me believe regardless of unfavorable conditions, I can make it. That is the spirit of Nigeria. Hope, perseverance. It's time for us to take our future into our hands. Be involved. Demand great governance. We have the keys to the city. Demand real change, not recycled leadership. P.S. I will be addressing my constituents on the 5th of October. Hashtag be involved. Hashtag not too young to run. Hashtag 2019. Hashtag Yewa. Hashtag Ogun State. Hashtag Nigeria." Nigerian singer and vocalist Omawumi tied a knot secretly earlier this year, January 2018. She got married traditionally to her longtime love Tosin Yusuf, who is the father of her first daughter Camila Yusuf. Recently, she was in a chat with Showtime and she revealed what she has learned so far from marriage and motherhood. She said, "Marriage and motherhood has taught me to be extremely patient. It has also taught me to always understand that everybody has their side to a story." She hinted that the above have impacted her music career tremendously. "I don't pay tithes. Religion is Nigeria's greatest problem," Brother Shaggy and Skibby says. Nigerian entertainers Brother Shaggy and Skibby, in an interview with Daddy Freeze at Cool FM to celebrate Nigeria's Independence Day, spoke about tithing and religion in Nigeria. According to singer Skibby, throughout his entire life he has never paid tithes and he certainly doesn't see himself doing it in the future. While popular Instagram star Brother Shaggy during the interview highlighted the greatest problem in Nigeria, which he said is religion. Popular Nigerian singer and winner of the inaugural season of Idols West Africa, Timi Dakolo, took to her social media to celebrate his wife, Busola, on her birthday. He shared beautiful photos of his wife with a sweet message. He wrote, "Happy birthday, lover, wifest wife, fine Kogi stew, best bean cook, my aproko partner, Mama Alexander, my Halil, my Zoe, and my mama, one more son. I love you, Busola Dakolo." She also shared some beautiful photos of herself and captioned it with sweet words for herself and thanking her husband. Recall that last week Busola had an advice for all the ladies in the house. She said, "Being an helpmate does not mean you are weaker but strong and wise."
Everybody put your hands up at one time. Give it up.
DMW boss Davido has taken to his Instagram to reply to a friend of his after the young man mocked his uncle, Senator Adeleke, and blamed the senator for his Osun State election loss. The young man, who goes by the name Oluriki, mocked the senator, saying he did not show up for the debate before the elections, and after losing, he seeks to fight the APC party in court.
I don't want the APC to know about what we have on them.
Until you get to court.
Until we get to court.
It seems that you are very confident.
I am more than confident. 100% confidence. I'll be bringing it one by one. Bagam. The one, bagam. They are so scared right now. They couldn't even celebrate. God is told they can't. They stole by our mandate.
Davido shared how disappointed he was at the young man, who happens to be a friend of his. He then slammed him and pointed out that Ricky also failed to appear in court when he was to be deported for fraud. Toke Makinwa seems to be lowering the bars as regards suitor prospects. Recently, Toke spoke about her kind of man and she said, "My man doesn't have to be rich, but he has to be able to take care of me." She wrote on Twitter, "Every girl has a list. Over the years, my own list has changed a little bit. Life happened. It will shock a lot of you to find out that I don't ask for much." Nigerian singer Dejini has taken to his Instagram to share an update on his journey to recovery after surviving an auto crash that left him with injuries. Sharing a photo of himself on crutches, Dejini revealed that he is starting physiotherapy in a few days. He wrote, "Day 34, POP off my leg. It has been a battle and it hasn't ended yet. God has been gracious to me." He also hinted that he will share updates of his walking recovery. "We will celebrate every little progress as I've learned to do so for the past 34 days. For example, when I regained my sight on my left eye, when I had my first pee naturally after the first 2 weeks, when I could finally sleep on my sides and stomach and not just on my back facing up like I did for 2 weeks. And many other seemingly little tasks that became mountainous after my accident."
That's a whole lot that has gone down in the entertainment scene. So according to Williams Wordsworth, poetry is a spontaneous overflow of emotion captured in tranquility. On today's entertainment scene, I am going to be looking at spoken words. Yes, that is an aspect of entertainment that no one has even cared to talk about. And today I have a guest with me. She is a graduate of electrical engineering and she is a spoken words artist. She goes by the name Juliet Godwin. Good, Juliet, how are you doing?
I'm very fine.
Thank you very much for joining me in the studio.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Okay, so before we start this entertainment bit, I asked you what you studied in school, and you told me that you're a graduate of electrical engineering.
Yes.
And then I was beginning to see, I'm trying to see how the connection is to spoken words. How is it possible that you delved into literature?
Growing up, I've always loved literature and I loved writing, loved expressing my emotions through writing. So even after I came out of school, I just had to follow my passion, what I really, really loved doing, and that's been spoken word. It's been fun.
And that's been spoken words, right?
Yeah.
Okay, literature. How has your parents' consent been, knowing fully well that you studied electrical engineering? Now, electrical engineering is a very serious course as we know it in the university.
True. Very true, actually. Well, they just had to see the seriousness of my passion, and ever since they noticed that, they've actually been very supportive about it.
Okay, so what gives you the inspiration on how you write? What exactly do you write about?
People, experiences, and I like dealing with people's issues like esteem, anger, things like that. Emotions generally, they really intrigue me, so I love writing on them.
Okay, so for those of you who do not know, Juliet is actually writing a book currently. She is talking about the plight of the Nigerian child in the cultural scene in Nigeria. So how have you been able to capture all of that in your book? Like you say you're writing a book currently.
Yeah. So far so good. I've gotten to a place where I've captured a girl going from a broken home where she grew up to society's maltreatment of her. She actually experienced a lot of things, like it wasn't fun growing up because she had a twisted mindset. But the book shows her going from that deformed state to a place where she actually has her mind exposed to that possibility that she can actually be someone better.
Is there an aspect of your life that is captured in this book that you're about to write?
Yeah, a little. It's that part of me where I really had to see that it's not really all about where you come from, but exactly where you're going to.
So how long have you been into literature?
I've been writing since I've been in secondary school, actually.
So is this a general problem in the university where most of the time people who study engineering do not practice what they studied? Is it a problem, or is it the norm in the engineering department?
Actually, I think a lot of people have been forced to go into places where they're not supposed to be.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why we have that issue coming up, because people after, pulling through the 5 years, they come out and they're like, I can't do this anymore. I need to just, follow what I really love. That's what keeps happening. Not really that, but if you check, there are few people who actually love the engineering sector, and when they go there, they come out better. Yeah, but it's just a little issue that could be actually dealt with.
Okay, Juliet Godwin goes by the name Jules. That is her stage name, and she's going to be giving us a brief performance. But before you do that, how or what do you hope to achieve with spoken words?
For me, it's most times people don't have time. Sometimes people don't have time to sit down and read books because Nigerian children don't really have a mentality of just sitting down to read. So for me, spoken word is like a very, very tricky way of getting to people and still encouraging them. Depending on what I write on, for me, it's like you could be playing because I record what I do. So you could be doing stuff, playing your music and still have a clip of spoken word on your phone and you just listen to it and the words encourage you, you know, because I don't really like just writing the problem. I actually do enjoy writing the solution. So I want to achieve something where poetry is encouraged, one, and then we can still deal with people's issues through it.
Okay, so can you give us a brief live performance? Because I know spoken words is coordinated language. It is an art that deals with so many aesthetics like word coordination and intonation and so many other things. I would really love it if you can give us just a brief live performance of it. Is it possible?
No problem.
Okay.
I could actually give one right now.
Okay, cool.
All right. A heart made for love lies within me. A heart made for fun lies dormant. Looking into your eyes remind me of a wall of ice, a wall to dwarf China's Great Wall. Through it, the sun's rays made impotent, though at first glance the world felt different. Hope made alive, maybe, just maybe, could I have found home at last, a tent my heart yearned to make, but logic waged its war. Holding on to hope with slippery fingers, I watch in silence. Strength wanes, hope dwindles, icy fingers reach for my heart. I'm human after all.
Wow.
And a woman at that.
Wow, that's a very beautiful piece right there by Jules. Juliet, thank you so much. I think I was touched by that poetry right there. Okay, so stay tuned because Entertainment Biz just came to a close with Juliet giving us some very beautiful piece right there, right?
Yeah.
Oluchi and David will be back with the Weekend Social Buzz. Just stay tuned.